United States President Joe Biden last week unveiled a plan supposedly drafted by Israel for a ceasefire and hostage release deal in Gaza, including a permanent end to the war and a complete withdrawal of Israeli troops from Gaza. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu now says the president only presented a partial outline of the agreed proposal and that he didn't agree to end the war without meeting key objectives like totally destroying Hamas. Now, this distinction is important because this issue of a permanent ceasefire and the complete withdrawal of Israeli troops from Gaza has always been the major obstacle in any negotiations. Hamas wants it. Israel won't agree to it right now. But Benjamin Netanyahu says the hostage deal on the table can move forward without an Israeli pledge to end the Gaza war now, suggesting that the first phase of a 6-week truce could start while negotiations on a more permanent ceasefire continue.
We are working in countless ways to return our hostages. I think about them all the time. About their families, about their suffering. Therefore, we have gone the extra mile to bring them back. But during this action, we have maintained the goals of the war, and primarily the elimination of Hamas. We insist that we complete both. It's part of the outline. It's not something I'm adding now. It's not something I'm adding because I was pressured in the coalition. It's something we unanimously agreed on in the war cabinet.
Far-right members of Netanyahu's coalition have threatened to quit and bring down the government should this deal go ahead. And some Israelis, including the families of some hostages, are accusing their Prime Minister of undermining the deal. And the pressure to reach a hostage release deal increases by the hour. The Israeli army has revealed 4 more of the hostages kidnapped by Hamas are now confirmed dead. The army believes the 4 were killed together a few months ago while Israel was operating in Khan Yunis. How they died is under investigation, but the military hasn't ruled out they were killed by the IDF. Their bodies are still being held captive inside Gaza. Hamas says it is considering a truce deal, even though it's always demanded that a ceasefire would be tied to the permanent withdrawal of Israeli troops from inside Gaza.